Hey everyone, this is Amy with Simply Elizabeth Crafts, and I am so excited to be here with you, as always, because what is better than a brand new catalog? I love this catalog as well as do I love every single one, I know, but I am a holiday girl because I like to do little Circes and all that, and Circes are just little gifts that you give to people. They're the 3D boxes and the gift card holders and that kind of stuff. I am from South Carolina in the South. We call them Circes. So anyway, so this catalog here is what I call the mini holiday catalog. And the projects that I'm going to show you today, and we're going to do one project and then I've got some extra ones to show you as well. I am going to focus on this beautiful, unique, and awesome stamp set. It's called Trees for Sale. When I saw this and then was looking at the samples here, by the way, don't forget this embossing folder down here. It's kind of hidden and I missed it on my first order. But it's the Whimsical Woodland 3D embossing folder. It's just a bunch of trees and it's wonderful. It's great. So you can kind of see a little bit more detail here. But anyway, I was looking at these and my mind immediately went to Hallmark movies. Hallmark Christmas love movies. Why? Because 90% of them, they go and they pick out a Christmas tree, right? And then of course they fall in love. So I immediately fell in love with this stamp set. But then I saw this little cute catalog here for our celebration and started flipping through it. And lo and behold, would you not see? There are dies that you can get for free with a $100 order. How amazing is this? My favorite die in the whole thing, of course, is the little camper. I am a camper, but I am a tent camper. I like roughing it, I guess if you want to call it that. We don't really rough it, but we do sleep in tents. But every now and then we will sleep in the camper, but not very often. But I think this is just so stinking adorable. They have some detailed dies here. So it all just, and then they have like other little pieces and stuff that you can build on top of each other. It's amazing. So again, that's free with a $100 order. Celebration only lasts for July and August. So make sure that you get those if you want to be able to coordinate with this Trees for Sale stamp set. All right, let's dive in to our project. We are going to create this card right here. When I first got the stamp set, because I was so in love with it, I sat down, tried to start stamping with it, and I struggled. So I decided to kind of start stepping outside of the box and change up the colors to make them a little bit different. So that is what I did. And we are going to go ahead and fold our card base here. We're going to take this Sweet Sorbet cardstock, and this cardstock, designer series paper, I'm sorry, is the Sweetest Christmas, which matches the Candy Canes, which is another awesome set in the catalog. So it has some great patterns in there, and you can obviously use them for other things other than Christmas as well. This would make a really good Valentine's Day card. So let me put that away so I don't mess it up. I'm going to get my liquid glue out for this just to make sure that I get it all lined up nicely at the bottom. And of course it's acting like it doesn't want to come out. So we're going to line it up down here. And what I do just to make sure everything is lined up down there at the bottom is I tap it on my surface and then I press it down. Okay. All right. So we've got that. Now what I want to do is I want to take this lovely linen ribbon here, and this is actually called Natural Finish ribbon. It's really thick. And one of the things you do want to be careful with is tying bows and putting them on the front of a card that you're going to mail might be a little bit difficult. But if you want to use it, this is a great way to do it. You could just wrap it right around your card base and it makes it flat. And what I'm going to do is pull that through. I'm going to actually take my Stampin' Seal Plus And I'm going to run it right there. I'm gonna pull, just adhere it down. Then I'm gonna put some adhesive right over the top of it. I'm gonna pull and line it up. Just like that. Now I'm gonna trim it off. Maybe because I just lost my scissors. There we go. Hadn't even used them and already losing them. All right, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and put my pin back in it so I don't stick myself. All right, then I'm just gonna adjust this just to make sure that I've got it right where I want it to be. If you have any extra under here that you want to get rid of, go ahead and trim it off now. Nobody's gonna see it when you trim it off, so it doesn't have to be pretty up underneath there. Okay, now the next thing I wanna do is I wanna go ahead and adhere my little circle here. And the reason is we're not stamping on it, so it's not gonna be a big deal to put it on now. And I'm gonna put 5 dimensionals on it because I want to make sure that the center part gets some good height there as well. Just because we will be putting the trees on it and we are going to stack them a little bit, so I just want to make sure it doesn't go flat. And somehow I cut off my my light there, sorry. All right, so we're gonna attach that. The things that happen, right? I must have like moved in front of it because wow, that was crazy. I didn't touch it. Now let's go ahead and we're gonna stamp our trees. And I went ahead and did this one just because we're gonna have 2 large ones and then a medium-sized one. So I didn't want you to have to watch me cut out a whole bunch. All right, so we are going to take our paper here. I'm going to pull in just my mat here. I probably won't need it, but I just want to do it just in case. I've got the detailed. I've got the solid. And then I've got the detailed and the solid of the medium one. So this is the large one, this is the medium one. And then I've got our sentiment there as well. We are going to use Pool Party. One other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my piercing mat here. All right, so this one's Balmy Blue. And then we're going to start with Pool Party first. We're going to ink it up. And we're going to stamp right there. And because this is a solid stamp, that's why I want my piercing mat underneath, because it'll get good ink coverage there. I'm going to take my other solid one and we'll go ahead and stamp it as well. I'm going to stamp it right beside like that. Then we will take our Balmy Blue, our detailed images, and we will stamp right over. It doesn't have to be perfect either, because the detail will look just fine no matter how it lays on there. So don't stress over placement. All right, now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. We're going to use Sweet Sorbet for that. I'm going to flip this around like this, and I'm just going to make sure that I leave enough space at the end. There we go. Close it up because I will get ink everywhere. All right, now I'm going to take my dies, and let me just show you these beautiful things in person here. You can see them a little bit better than you can in the catalog. See, look at this. It is just fabulous. And then this piece right here is this top up here, and then also this bottom piece here. You can do that. And then you've got a little scalloped curtain to go in the window and a wreath and all kinds of fun stuff. So you can do a banner with it. Fun, fun stuff. All right, we're gonna take our large tree die and our medium one. And this is, I did this card, specifically this one, because even if you don't get the dies, you can fussy cut these trees out with no problem at all, okay? So that's why I chose this. Oh, and this circle is from the Stylish Shapes dies, and it's the next to the largest one, okay? All right, let's bring in the machine and we will go ahead and cut. I probably could have done the little medium one or the little small one, but we're gonna go with this one. And I should be able to get both of them on here right off the bat. All right, got it all lined up there. We're gonna run it through. And then we will take off, and ta-da. And for some reason, I did not get that one lined up very well at all, but it'll be okay. It'll get hidden a little bit. All right, so there's our cutting. Now the next thing I'm gonna wanna do is we're gonna cut this sentiment. And so I'm gonna go ahead and just use like a small cutter. You can use your paper trimmer, you can use whatever it is that you want. I'm just gonna use this because it'll be a little easier for me. And there we go. Move all of that aside. Now, one thing I want to do is I do want to cut a flag here at the end. You can see I've flagged it there. So I'm just going to take my scissors and do that. But what I want to do first is trim it down some. I don't need that much on the end. So we're going to trim it. And then we're going to cut up the center. Cut in from that angle. Cut in from that angle. And now we have a flag. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start stacking my trees. I'm gonna put this one right about here. We're just gonna use some Stampin' Seal Plus. And we will adhere right about there. Then we will take our other Pool Party and Balmy Blue one, our large one, and we will put it right about here. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and put my Christmas greetings right here. The reason I wanna put my sentiment on first is the placement of our sweet sorbet tree will go here. Now let me tell you before we move on, with the sweet sorbet, I actually inked up the large Christmas tree, the solid, stamped off, and then stamped it onto basic white paper. Then I took the detailed one and stamped it full strength on top, okay? All right, we're gonna put a little bit of adhesive over here. We're gonna take some dimensionals. I've got them right here. And we're gonna just, I'm putting it at an angle because it's gonna be on the ribbon and partly on the cardstock, but I want it to land on the cardstock as well. Okay. All right, let me actually cut this one. And we're gonna put it right there. All right, so now we will take the backs off. Maybe. It doesn't want to cooperate at all with me. Goodness gracious. Okay. And then we will line this up right here and run it across. Okay. And you can place it, you know, if you need to adjust it or whatever for yourself. You know, you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. You could even put your sentiment down here if you wanted. This will now go right here, and we will pop it up. I'm trying to get all my edges used of my dimensionals. We'll stick that one there, that one there. And then this will go right here. Perfect. Then the next thing I want to do is I want to take some linen thread. I'm going to tie a bow, and we are going to put it next to our sweet sorbet tree. And we're going to use a mini glue dot to do that. I just felt like adding a bow to it just kind of helped top it off a little bit. Okay. Mini glue dot. And now what I'm going to do with my mini glue dot is I'm going to just fold it on top of itself so that it kind of creates a little ball. And then we can adhere it to the front of our card, and it won't have extra sticky stuff everywhere. Okay, and then we're going to stick it right here at this corner of the tree. Last but not least, we are going to take the adhesive backed stars, and I felt like these kind of look like snowflakes. So we're going to take these and adhere them to our card front. And we're just going to put 5 on there. All right, and one more, and we'll put that one up here. And then ta-da, there is our card. Pretty simple and easy. And I'm gonna clean up my mess really quick because boy, when I craft, it gets everywhere. I don't know if it does that for you, but it sure does it for me. All right, we're gonna stack those there. And then I wanna show you a couple of extra ideas that I did. So this is the one where I kind of started with just your traditional, this was really where the Hallmark movie was coming in for me. Lots of different trees, different sizes, different colors. I did heat emboss this, and I used 2 stamps from this die. I used this one here, which kind of reminded me of snow as well, you know, because it comes down like when you create a snowball. And then of course that. So I heat embossed it with the white, and I thought, and then I put So Very Merry down here. This one did take a little bit longer, which is why I decided not to do it in the video. But there you go. You could also add, there's some puff paint in the catalog. You could add that as well to kind of give it snow on there, but I was having a time with it, so I decided to quit. Now, this one I absolutely love because it is the great outdoors, right? And so I used the Give It a Whirl dies to create my sun and my clouds. And then of course I did the 2 trees. I did some family colored DSP to kind of make it look like it had grass. And then I just cut out the camper in silver. So, but again, your trees, you can always fussy cut those too if you decide not to get the dies. And then you could replace it with something else, the camper with something else. And the last one I did was a little gift card using the mini envelope die. Of course, it's a crafting gift card. Of course. I just took some of the colors that were in there because I love this gift card. It's why I still have it. There's nothing on it, but it's just very, very pretty, right? So I took those colors and I decided to kind of go with it for this this gift card holder. So it's got, you know, Give It a Whirl dies again, of course, and then I used the light stamp and colored it in, and then of course the camper as well. So that is the extra little cards that I made. This is a wonderful set. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. If you need a catalog, I would love to send you a catalog as well. I'm in the United States, so you would have to be in the United States in order for me to send any products or anything like that to you as well. So I hope you guys have a great time. Enjoy today and all the wonderful projects from all the other demonstrators. See you soon. Bye.